little bit of a later start than I did yesterday, but I did everything that I was supposed to this morning. Yesterday, I forgot a couple things, but I remembered them all today. And last night, my brain was just going like a million miles a minute. So I actually made a to-do list for today, which I rarely do. I use my planner, which I rarely do. So yeah, you saw me cutting the California stickers. I ran out yesterday, so, and I had an order that needed one. I made those. I finished packing the order. This was my first official gift order. I had one order where like one person paid for it and it was clearly sent to a different person. So I used the gift thank you card and put in my own message because it was somebody I knew, which this one is someone I know too. But I mean, they all have been people I know. But for this one, it was specifically marked gift and it had a note in it. So I wrote their note. But I made the envelope a little extra special, did some little hand lettering on it. Obviously I can't show you because one, it's a gift and I want that person to be surprised when they get it, and two, it has personal information. Can't show you. What I'm gonna do today on my Instagram, like on my stories, is kind of like do a run through of what it would look like if you were to send stuff as a gift. I have a friend that I want to send some stickers to, and I texted her kind of late last night because this is when my brain was going, and asked her for her address because I wasn't sure if she moved or not. And I haven't heard back, but I don't need her address to do the run through because I'm not using her address in the run through because privacy. So yeah, I cut the stickers. I made the thumbnail for today. My hair's still wet. I was like actually thinking about doing something with it today, but I have to walk over to the mailbox. So I'm gonna walk there first, and then if I get back and then like so overheated, I won't do anything. But I did make my smoothie this morning, which was one of the things I forgot yesterday, and hopefully that will help me cool me down. I still have about half of it left, so I'm gonna go and come back. All right, I made it. I'm back. At first I was like, oh, it's not that hot, it's fine. And then I kept walking and it was hot. This is just gonna stay. And I'll keep working on the smoothie. Hopefully it'll help me cool down. So yeah, the main thing that, ooh, I get to cross things off my checklist. Cause that's like why you make to-do lists, right? Just to check things off. Cause I mean, like, half these things I knew I'd get to today. I knew I would do it. Oh, I can cross this one off too. Haha. Okay, so the main thing that like was running through my head last night and I want to work on today is custom vinyl decals, like names and stuff like that. As you know, I already have a huge stack of every color you can think of. I don't have any like holographic or anything like that yet. Those will come. I'm trying to keep it simple. She says as she buys 60 different colors, but I just want to see what colors will be popular. So at first I won't have like that many available of each color, which is one of the things I need to figure out is like how many I should list, since for each color, except for a few, but for each color I only have like a 12 by 12 sheet. Some of them I ordered more of that I think will be popular, like black and white and stuff like that, like the basics. Those haven't come yet, so I can't list more until those come. And I was looking at pricing and stuff like that, and what sizes to include and stuff. And then I was like, wait, some of these sizes won't fit in the envelopes I have. And I mean, eventually I want to move away from envelopes altogether, but for now I'm using them. I don't want to buy new shipping material quite yet, because another thing I did yesterday was actually like add up all the expenses I've had so far. because I mean, I had added them up before, but I'm mainly focused on like the printer and the cutting machine and like the very initial startup costs. But yesterday I went through and added up every little thing. There's even stuff that I left off on there, but I added in like the scissors and the pens and all the little stuff, all the organization stuff that I've got, the cart. Actually, I didn't add the cart. But like that storage box for the sticker sheets and the storage tins and all of that is a much bigger number than I realized. So I'm trying to slow down. I'm trying to just use what I have for now. So the sizing for the vinyl will only go up to whatever I can fit in these envelopes. I need to update my shop orders tally. Yesterday you saw it was 10, it's now 12. So I got 2 orders yesterday. One was the biggest order I've gotten so far, which is amazing and incredible, and I'm so grateful. And it's also like that person, it was their second order from me too. And I even talked to her and I was like, that was very surprising. And she said that she sat there with her daughter and like went through and added a bunch, and then they saw the total and they reduced it. So what they ordered was even less than what they had initially planned to order, which blows my mind. And then the second one was that gift one that I just sent off this morning. But that first order was what wiped me out of my California stickers. And then the second order had a California sticker in it. I know I just said I don't want to spend any money, but one of the things that I did put on my list just to look at, doesn't mean I'm spending money right now. I did bring my wallet just in case, but I think it's gonna stay closed for now. One of the things I want to look at is new Procreate brushes. So if you don't know, Procreate is the app that I use for all of my designs, but the main reason I got it was to do lettering on my iPad. And it comes with a good amount of brushes to start with. There are so many brushes out there that you can buy to add on, and they are really cool. But the main thing I'm trying to find is like a brush pen brush. There are a couple that come on the app, but I just have to play with them a little bit more, which is what I'll end up doing. But I don't really like the ratio for the upstrokes and downstrokes, and it's very technical, but so I'm looking for other brushes, but again, I'll probably just stick with what's on there for now. The only brushes that I have downloaded before are the letter builder and the grid builder. They just help with mostly composition, but I also struggle with like block letters and stuff and making them look uniform and spaced out well. So the letter builder really helps with that. I've been messing around with the brushes I have, and I'm not liking any of them, and it's definitely because I'm out of practice. I mean, I hand letter here and there, but I'm not very good at keeping up the skills. So for now, I think I'll just do the 2 monoline ones I showed you and offer those. Instead of using my portrait, which is what I use for all the stickers and everything you've seen so far, I'm gonna use Cricut Joy. This is actually the first cutting machine I bought. I bought it when it came out back in March, and I played around with it a little bit, just making like test things, like nothing that was an actual product. The only thing I really actually made on it was the vinyl that I have on my iPad, this little guy here. But I think it's gonna be easier to do it on the Cricut because I have the Cricut app on my iPad, so I won't have to like airdrop stuff from the iPad onto the computer to then cut, because that's what I have to do for all the stickers, which is fine, it's easy, like it's not a big deal. But if I'm going to be doing a lot of these custom designs and custom orders and stuff, I think it will be a lot easier to just have everything on the iPad. And since I'm kind of limited in the sizes I can do, I'm pretty sure everything I need to do will fit on this Cricut Joy, because it has a much smaller cutting size than the portrait does. Here's the one I just cut. It says Evie. And I was trying to pick a shorter name to see how much taller it would be for the full 6.5 inch size. So in comparison, here's the Becca. So it has a good, like I added a 1/4 inch to it, or 1/2 inch. 1/2 inch, I think. I was hoping that I could just cut 3-inch strips of the vinyl and then cut it down as needed, but clearly I'll just have to cut them to order, which is not a big deal. This one I changed the style a little bit, so I have like the thicks and thins. It's not as noticeable. Sorry, I don't know what's going on. It's not as noticeable as it would usually be in my lettering, but my biggest concern is that the thin strokes are still substantial enough to hold together. Obviously, since this is a shorter name, all the strokes are way bigger than they would be on a name like this one, which these are brother and sister. So I like how everything turned out. I think this is the cut setting I'll go with, which is the Smart Vinyl on less, because the backing looks pretty good. I think I'll wait until tomorrow to like photograph these and stuff. But yeah, I like how they all turned out. These are all names of kids that I know, which is why I use like really bright colors, because I figured they would like them. And I don't know if these colors will be all that popular. The other thing I have to do before listing any of these is go through and figure out what colors I have. I think I have all of them from this brand, but they just, as I said in the other video, they just came like loose in the box. They clearly had a bag they came in, but they came out of the bag, and there's nothing that came with it or on the sheets that says what color they are. So I have to figure out which colors they are and how to remember which colors they are. So if somebody orders a certain blue, I'm picking the right blue. I think that's the one that I have the most hues of. I'll probably work on that now, maybe? It is much later now. I decided to make like the graphics to go in the product photos for the vinyls to show all the different colors I have, which again, they're not marked in any way, and I wasn't given a list of what I have. So from what I can tell, I'm well, not missing, but I found a grid of like all of the colors, and I have all of them except for one green, which is fine. I have plenty of different greens. But I spent so long laying them all out and trying to figure out which was which. And I know you can get like swatches of these vinyls, which eventually I'll do, but again, I'm trying to keep it low budget. I'm sorry if I'm using the wrong colors or wrong labels on them. I can't even think straight right now. I'm just so frazzled. Not frazzled, I'm just fried. So I finished 2 of the 4 graphics that I need, and the last 2, all I have to do is change colors on it, because I initially went through and put all the vinyls in order so I can somewhat figure out which is which, and then on the graphics I wrote them out in order. So then I have to go back and make the text the color of those vinyls. So I've done it for the first 2. The last 2 are smaller. There's not as many colors on them. So it shouldn't be as bad. But I just need to take a break from everything. I still haven't eaten lunch and it's like 3:30, so I should probably do that. I'm trying to like not completely fill my days, but I'm trying to be productive even when I don't necessarily have immediate things that need to get done. Like I am testing new products. I am figuring that stuff out on the back end. Since, I mean, I'm so happy with how many orders I've gotten, but I'm not getting like overrun with orders that I can't keep up with them. So nice now to try and test these things out and figure out how to do them and how to price them and making these graphics and doing this stuff so that I'm not doing it when I'm overwhelmed later. Like even if these products don't come out for a while, which I think they should come out soon because I'm almost done figuring everything out. But if I were to wait on these, then when the time comes, I'm ready. So, but yeah, this is where I'm gonna end this. Thank you so much for watching.